Hey guys, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the latest with this David Dobrik drama. He uploaded a video in the middle of the night last night at like 1:45 in the morning, and needless to say, I have some thoughts on it. People have some thoughts on it. So if you are interested in hearing about all that drama, then make sure that you keep on watching. Okay, so if you have been living under a rock, there is a lot going on with David Dobrik right now. David Dobrik is in a lot of scrutiny right now because of some allegations that have come out against him and the Vlog Squad based off of a situation that happened about 3 years ago where basically, long story short, there was SA involved, and the victim has come forward, and it was Dirty Dom who has been accused of SA against a young underage, and by underage I mean under drinking age girl, getting her blackout wasted where she could not even stand or carry herself up. Her friends had to carry her out of Dirty Dom's apartment. That's how intoxicated she was, and basically there were acts performed that she was not consenting to at the time, or she was not able to consent to at the time because she was so intoxicated. David Dobrik was like the person who like initiated the bit, like manipulated all this stuff to happen, maneuvered it all, you know, like, and he was like the ringleader of all of it. So he's under a lot of scrutiny right now. I uploaded a video last week where I addressed the first apology video that he uploaded, because he has issued a second one at this point. The first one was absolutely awful. It was like 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and it was just like a PR thing, and it like wasn't genuine, and it was like really bad. And so he basically has uploaded a second apology video after so much backlash from this first apology video. And by backlash, I mean backlash, you guys. Like, David Dobrik has been losing all of his sponsors. So EA Games, SeatGeek, Bumble, HelloFresh, Chipotle, DoorDash, all these like major companies that invested and sponsored David Dobrik with all of his content. Because if you have watched David Dobrik's content, you'll know that a lot of David Dobrik's content contains copyrighted music. So he very rarely gets monetized on his actual videos on YouTube. So he relies very heavily on these sponsorships from these major companies. He also had this app called Vispo that was allegedly worth about $200 million, and that app has made the decision to remove David Dobrik's affiliation with it as well. So David Dobrik is losing everything over this situation. And to be honest with you, when you facilitate and you coordinate something that ends up in an act like what happened to this poor girl, I'm sorry, but you might have had it coming, okay? You might have had it coming. I don't even want to get into like men and how like a lot of men, not all of them, but a lot of men have like twisted ideas of what consent is and what like is okay as far as like acts go with them in a physical sense. I don't even want to get into that in this video, but long story short, he's in a lot of hot water right now, and he uploaded a 7-minute, like 8-minute apology video almost, addressing it last night in the middle of the night. And so I have some thoughts on it. So it was a well executed apology video, I'm gonna say that, because I think if you like watch YouTube apology videos, you'll know what I mean by that. So a lot of times apology videos can be like really poorly done. When I think that, I think Laura Lee's apology video, the crying. when I think that, I think James Charles' original apology video about everything that happened with him during Dramageddon, that was awful. I think Tana Mojo with the like a million jump cut edits in her apology video that she uploaded this in 2020. The apology video that he executed, or that he put up, was pretty well executed. And he made, you know, some valid points. He didn't make excuses for himself. He did say some things in there that were just not straight up not true. Like he mentioned that he cut ties with Dirty Dom in 2019 and that he hasn't filmed with him since, and he made the decision to not film with Dirty Dom in 2019 and he hasn't gone back on that or whatever. But that's not necessarily true, because he was in one of Dirty Dom's videos that posted in early March of 2020 where Dirty Dom went to like invade this like Kappa Sigma frat house or something, and like the whole vlog squad was there, including David. So maybe David has not filmed Dirty Dom since 2019, but David has been associated with Dirty Dom since then, you know. And it wasn't until actually today, the day that I'm filming this video, which is, I don't even know what day it is, I'm sorry, today, that he has unfollowed Dirty Dom on Instagram. So he hadn't really fully separated and cut ties from this guy, right? After knowing all of the things that Dirty Dom had done. And there was other things that came out about Dirty Dom as well a few years ago from VidCon, and similar situation with SA against a girl as well, but he didn't cut ties with him then, and this incident with this girl happened 3 years ago, and he knew what happened, and he didn't cut ties with him then as well. So he just now, since he's been coming under all this backlash, decides that he wants to cut ties with him. And so here are my thoughts on the whole David Dobrik apology thing. Do I think David Dobrik is sorry? I think David Dobrik is sorry because he's losing so much from this. I think that if his sponsors wouldn't have dropped him, I think that if he wasn't rapidly losing everything, then he probably would just keep on going about his day as if nothing happened. Do I think that he now is realizing his actions and actually is sorry for the events that occurred because of everything that's happening to him now? Yes. But, and I say this all the time about like the situations in life, right? When you start to lose everything, you start to reevaluate things, and that's when you grow, and that's when you can really start changing, is when you do something so messed up, or you get caught up in something so messed up that you just lose everything in the process. And I think that's what's happening to David. I think he's realizing that this could potentially ruin how I provide for myself. I've been doing this since I was a kid, basically, and now it's all gonna come to an end because of these things that I did, and that's not okay. And wow, those things that I did aren't okay, and I can't do those things. And I think that is what he's thinking. I don't think that he would have come to this conclusion on his own, even if it was just a lot of backfire on Twitter, even if it was a lot of lost subscribers, a lot of that. I don't think that he would come to this conclusion. I think the only reason he's coming to this conclusion is because of the fact that his money is being affected. His livelihood is being affected by this. And I think that is why he is all of a sudden like so sorry. Because the apology, he seems genuinely upset, and he seems genuinely shook by what's happening. But again, I think that's just because he's losing a bunch of money. And that just, I mean, that just is what it is. Sometimes it takes you losing everything, you losing so much of what's important to you, to, you know, wake you up to the bad things that you've been doing, or to make you see, or to open your eyes to something that you needed to change. So we'll see what happens with this, because the vlog squad is just completely blown up at this point, because there's just cases upon cases and situations upon situations of these things that they have done that are coming to light now. So if and when the vlog squad ever comes back together after David Dobrik's break from social media, he did say at the end of his apology video he would be taking a break from YouTube and a break from social media. So that is typical of what most YouTubers do when they have to make a massive apology like he is doing. But when he does come back, I think it'll be interesting to see what he does, because I don't think we're going to accept and want to see the typical style prank type of, like, you know, that type of content from him anymore. I think that we're going to be done with that as of now, because of the things that are coming out about you know, behind the scenes as to what this kind of stuff entailed. So I think it'll be very interesting to see what he does with that. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch David Dobrik content, so I don't know. It's not like Shane Dawson, where Shane Dawson has had these evolutions of his style of content, and now if he were to make a comeback, it would be just so clear that it's going to be like some sort of documentary or movie or something like that, because we've seen that evolution of his content. But David Dobrik, I don't know, but I think that his content has been pretty much the same for the entirety of his career, which is little pranks and bits and like funny little gags and vlogs and stuff. So I think it'll be interesting to see what kind of direction he takes, but it's just hard to say at this point, like what will come of David Dobrik. I think the Vlog Squad is no more. I think that those creators within the Vlog Squad, I think some of them will continue to maybe do okay. I think that the Jeff guy, I think the Jeff guy might suffer for a little bit. That's a whole separate thing in itself, honey. And if I started to talk about the Jeff thing, this video would be 30 minutes long, because he wanted to freak out and make an apology video and do all this stuff, calling out the writer of the Insider article, what happened, all that. But he didn't even read the article, girl. He didn't even read the article that it's about. He didn't even read the article, and he wants to call out the writer and say all these things, and he didn't even read the article. That's a whole separate thing. We can't even get into that, because that just blows my mind. My jaw was to the floor when I watched the Frenemies interview with Jeff, and he said he didn't even read it. Like, that's just, honey, that's a whole separate conversation. I highly recommend that if you're keeping up with this and you have not seen that Frenemies episode where they interview Jeff, I highly recommend you check that out, because that was something different, I'll tell you that. But anyway, that is all for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed catching up on the David Dobrik drama with me. It is very, very serious stuff that's going on. So my heart and condolences go out to all of the victims in this situation. I really, like, this should not be happening to you. It should not be happening to you. It should have never happened in the first place. And I am so sorry, and I wish you peace and light and love, and I hope that what's going on gives you maybe the closure that you need in this situation to move on from any pain that you've been suffering from. So if you liked today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all of my future videos when they do post. And yeah, guys, you can follow me on all of my social media at Beauty by Shelby. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Beauty by Shelby. I'll leave that right up here for you so you can see it. And yeah, if you are enjoying the vibes, then YouTube should be suggesting a couple videos down here for you to choose from. So I would love it if you did that. If you were just here to catch up on the David Dobrik drama, then I appreciate your view. Thank you so much for being here. That's it for today's video, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.